I'm Stoic Dan. Today is March 15th, 2021. 1 year ago today I recorded my first video in the pandemic. I called it Self-Reliance because I wanted to talk about how people should slow down in their reactions to the pandemic. They could also choose to live with less. At the time, many people were in a state of panic over shortages at the store. Both food and water were in short supply, and other things too. My video included some footage from a local store, and some of the shelves were empty. Most of these shortages are past now, but the next phase of the pandemic will have new challenges. It's going to be about vaccines, but uncertainty will still remain. If I'm vaccinated, do I still need to wear a mask? If I'm vaccinated, will I need another vaccine injection in a year for new COVID strains? Life keeps changing. Change is inevitable. About the year 500 BC, a sad and pensive man walked towards the temple of Artemis and deposited a scroll. I don't know what he was bothered with that day, but his writings were a list of proverbs. It was his contribution to a world in chaos. He was trying to break from the traditional thinking at the time, and he was concerned about human affairs. At the beginning of his scroll, he said, "Other men are unaware of what they do when they are awake, just as they are forgetful of what they do when they are still asleep." Well, that was a scroll from 500 BC, and it's been lost. But we know it existed because fragments of those writings appear in other books. From all those fragments, we know the author was fascinated with the idea of change. His reality of the world showed that nothing is permanent. In sum, he had arrived to a powerful conclusion. The universe is governed by change. Well, the man I'm speaking of was named Heraclitus, and he was a Greek philosopher. He lived in the town of Ephesus, which would be located today on the far western end of Turkey, near the city of Izmir. And the Temple of Artemis? Well, it's in ruins today, but it's still an archaeological site that you can find in Google Maps. Only a couple columns are still standing, and little remains from the temple itself, but the wisdom of Heraclitus towers over the great ideas in all of philosophy. Change is inevitable. The universe is always in motion, changing. Life is change. And now again we are going through a process of change. We must adapt, and we can adapt. As the younger generation says, let's do this. Thanks for watching.